Hey, morning. Packing up my luggage. It's just spread on the floor. Yeah, I still got the closet door open, the light on. A week at work. Working an extra, like, I don't know, 200-300 hours for another $400. 100 of it's already spent because I needed to get stuff before I get paid. And then $125 out of it already just to go get told that I need to go to a different dentist. Because I had a filling that came out and, well, it hurts. So, well, all my Christmas cheer was, I had, 4 beers and 2 nights. There's my Christmas. Man, I paid for it immediately because, well, my tooth hurts anyway. So, that's you get what you deserve. But I had a good time with you guys last night. Just reading. It's interesting. I find that I'm already like, I don't know, some would call it ADD, but it's not really that. It's, I don't know, just intense, high energy, whatever, focus. And for any substance beyond like water that I get, I just go up in levels of spirit, like it intensifies. And so, well, doesn't matter if it's pot or alcohol, anything stronger than that, yeah. Too much. But it's fun, I guess. It is strange how sometimes you can just be in a bad mood and you get halfway through a drink and then that's all it took, just to have the mind change. And you're just like, I feel great now. Awesome. Let's not stop at 12 beers, I like the Josh of last summer or whatever. Come home and have 2 to 6 bootlegger freaking bottles every night while we listen to music. We talk about the ego in text and throw the astrological signs all up in that bitch. People talk a lot about like road to sobriety. Well, it's really about, it's keeping your fucking head on your shoulders. If you can't do it normally, you're gonna have a hard time doing it anyway. And it's really about taking all the different states of change and condensing them down into one so you can just be that all the time. I don't think having a drink every once in a while is a problem, but, well, addictive personality, it's easy to get carried away. You smoke a bowl one day, well, odds are you had to go get some, so now you have extra. It's like, now it's not just for one day, now it's going to be for a week. Yeah. So, I was leaning towards being better. One day at a time. But just because. See, they put in our minds that it's like, those that do things, they don't have a scale. They're just always drunk or always stoned or always spun or whatever. And then there's those, the good people. Well, they don't do that except for maybe on a holiday or their birthday. They might have a drink, and you gotta make it so minimal, like it's this huge burden. Like, oh my God, you just You just wrecked your entire soul because you had a drink. Like, what the fucking extremes is fucking ridiculous. We should always be mindful. I'm for sure. That's the end of my fun the rest of the year. Unless a miracle happens. Hope they show up with a dentist. Now I gotta protect that goddamn tooth for 2-3 weeks. I don't even know when I'm gonna get in. She literally could have fixed it right there. It's not that bad. She could have fixed it. And she's like, Unless I'm absolutely sure. Let's take your money. Just kick you out the door. Thanks. Paid the bills. Paid for all my employees for this hour. And you're only here 10 minutes. That's a good deal. That's a good budget. So now, I'm working extra. Gazillion hours. Like, the whole weekend, I don't even work. I'm working 48 hours straight through the weekend. And that's more than $400. Right there. Now I gotta work the entire week beyond my own shift. The rest of the clock for free. This is how I get shit on everywhere I go. Any sense? Yep, I just gotta carry the whole building all by myself. Everyone's counting. Oh, but he had 2 cigarettes today. Oh, man, we should cut his pay. Some shit, yeah. And the first one we pull is Hecka. Yeah, that's a Hecka. I guess Hecka's going to be our guy today. The alchemical force, as we were talking about alchemy. You know, I don't really like drinking too much. Well, things, because I had a car accident here in town where the bartender drugged me at Champs, gave me a poison shot as I was going out the door, and all but killed me. Anything that has to do with swelling. So, fucking 1 drink, 2 drinks, next day I'm just like, pinches off nerves in my neck. I need to pick back up running. But, well, can't do that for at least the next 2 weeks. Where am I going to run at? Up and down the hall. And trying to beat cigarettes. That's more my concern than anything. And not. Like, can you do it or can you not do it? You know, it's like, can I do it? I don't know. Is he talking about having a drink or whatever? Shit, that's easy. To not have one or to have one. You go out a cigarette. Now there's that might as well be meth. How can I stop that? That's what I'm concerned about. Be a lot easier. Well, we always say it'd be easier if things were one way or another, right? If I had something besides infinite time to kill, all this debt to carry, and no way to pay for anything, all my time, I don't know. I got nothing at the end of every month. And then when I get this tooth fixed, oh, well, there goes fucking the first 6 months of the year's worth of my pay. Of any extra, going to pay for this tooth. Fucking broke. Already set in stone. I'm broke at least till fucking April. Wow. No Christmas too? Yeah. Living to die. Watching Elon Musk take over the entire world. He ain't even an American citizen. He took over NASA, took over computers, took over the government, took over the word of Twitter, taking over everything. He's even all up in the music industry. And then PSYOP aspect of the government. That's the most dangerous man in the world. Just by the things that he says in clips that portray him a certain way, automatically. Just because of the portrayals that are made, even if they're good, it's like, why are you pointing that out? There's something deep and dark hiding behind that. Otherwise, why would you make a big deal about that? Oh yeah, he's a billionaire. Of course he could help one little girl. Anybody can spit on the sidewalk and call it wet. But not by him. He had a lot to do with my spiritual attacks last month. So I don't know how to feel about him worth one way or another. He might as well be the devil. Open my head and shit. He needs to get his own fucking head. So with our alchemical force, today we're reminded of toughness and stability of Ehwaz. Sir. And the yew tree. Yeah. And Berkana. Now look, it's straight up, it's BS. Bullshit. It's about birth and new beginnings. Makes sense. What's today? The 19th? Yeah. 12/19. LS. LSX. It's funny that 2024 is B, and then you get 0's O, 24 is X, so it's the year of the box. I like that one. Whoa. Come out of here. You know, I'm not an active Mason or necessarily an active Rosicrucian, meaning I don't have my dues paid up, but I'm paying the dues. I'm doing the dues. So I'm affiliated. Affiliated with all the goddamn groups. Cast on the side while we figure out how this shit goes together. I mean, because that's the thing about fundamentalism and extremism and anti-ism of groups. Can't see the fucking forest for the trees. If you're in an opposition group, or if you're in the group, looking at the group, or if you're not part of any group, looking at the groups, you really have to be in them all, in all the fucking gangs, and then not in a gang as like the ultimate frenemy. I don't know. It's a sticky situation. I'm affiliated with everybody, but I don't pick that side's bullshit. If you're for me, you're for me. If you're not for me, well, stay the fuck out of my way. Don't think about me. Do your own fucking thing. It's that fucking easy. Where's conflict? Conflict is when those that want control of shit that ain't none of their fucking business. And I'm not seeking control. And, well, this is my business. Want to find a way to make peace, and I myself could do some backing in one way or another. But if every group's idea of getting a power player or whatever in their corner is so that they can attack their enemy, which is opposite, fuck, y'all can war that shit out on your own. I ain't down with it. You ain't getting me to be like, see, it's our way. It's not their way. It's our way. No, that's not how it's gonna go. I'm an independent entity. More like the concept of what Musk metaphorically represents. That's who I am. Yeah, God's money. That's it. So let's see what our guidance is. Let's pull 4 cards here. You know, I'm not brushed up on my tarot. So lately I've been just doing loose readings, but it's whatever you can see. And obviously you can read them for yourself, especially if you have any knowledge of tarot, and you can, that's the fluidity of tarot. We can just read by the images, by the placements, by how it feels in the moment and such. We look at the meanings, you know. It's really just one thing. You know, before I read these, it's interesting. We got 2 pentacle cards in the middle, upright. Adds up to 16. We got 6 and 10 pentacles. Looks pretty festive and lovely. And then on the sides, we got 2 inverted cards. It's more like knight and nobility and honor kind of aspects. But I want to put I didn't have anything coming into this reading today. I was just thinking about substances because of somebody I was just listening to, and I was like, sounds like she could be talking about me, but it doesn't sound like she's talking about me. But I'm kind of gathering something about this, you know. It's difficulty we all have. You know, you could call alcohol like chocolate, you know. Oh, I'm trying to stay for chocolate. Oh my God, I had chocolate chip cookie. Oh my God, I gotta put it. I gotta go do 30 squats and 100 push-ups and here for a mile run. You know, we could all punish ourselves every day for a little shit like that. But they're ultimately, because of course there is 1851. There is no right and wrong. Like, we're each on our own path, our own guided journey that's guided, but it's kind of off the rails. And I wouldn't have all the wonderful extra stuff to support just my confidence and my beliefs, understanding of the universe, and knowing how to deal with how the past has all came to this point if it wasn't for trusting in the universe, that whenever the pipe showed up, I guess I'm smoking it. What will be will be. Goddamn, it's scary. And taking it to the face every time. So anybody can control me. Show up. But obviously they were going to control what I was going to do under it, what I was going to learn. and they could have cameras and microphones and watch the whole thing, but they still don't have no fucking control over that. Plus, the true spiritual knowledge is outside of the books. So all the books, that's a broken story, and it's all over and under what's real. So that's not it. And so, okay, so then you get the true spiritual knowledge, and they're like, okay, yeah, how are you gonna use my shit, huh? How are you gonna use it? You can't, can you? Not really. Sure, go ahead, write the book about it. See what happens. I don't know. I'm just saying. It's not good to be stealing other people's intellectual property, Elon. You know, I believe that he got a lot of his wealth from ripping people off through Bitcoin. He's a really good con man. I don't know. I just have a feeling like he's a crook. I don't like him. I have a reason necessarily dislike him because I never met him. But I don't necessarily have a reason to like him. He has way too much power, and it's like as if we just invited Netanyahu over here, you know, to be the first lady or some shit. I'm just being facetious, but you know, like the fuck. Isn't he like the leader of some other country? Yeah. Okay. It's hard to know how to deal with that, because once somebody has too much power, you know goddamn well and right for sure, 110%, they're gonna take every possible overreaching and overarching action to break the rules, to do whatever they want to, because the only satisfaction then is to get away with things and to prove, see, I'm God, can't touch me. That's a dangerous motherfucker. That's somebody with no humility, no fear, other than, yeah, total fear. Because, well, anybody can take his life like anyone else's, but he's invincible. And so he'll do anything to protect his vision over any person on the face of the earth. That man believes he is God and that he is Jesus' father. And if he can't make the world work in his favor, he's going to invent the way that it's going to work in his favor. Whether it's a cyborg Jesus, whether it's an AI Jesus, whether he creates a clone, whatever the case is, he has to own the entire fucking world and every bit of the story to go along with it. That is his entire MO. He thinks he's God. So, watch out for him. I hear there's a government shutdown, and people are pissed. Like, yeah, well, you might as well just hand the gavel over to Elon Musk, because apparently nobody else in this whole fucking country matters. Well, and that must have to do with our story here. I want a book. What time is it? 11:11. Am I booking this one? God damn it. Open up. I gotta hurry up. So I'm just gonna finish with these cards I got here. Let me see here. Sorry, a little sloppy today. So we have the Knight of Cups is telling us of an arrival. And that's interesting because our first two cards were toughness and stability and birth and beginnings. And now we have an arrival approaching a messenger with advances, propositions, demeanor, invitation, incitement. Oh, that's it. An upright. So, yeah, it's actually leaning towards what I was just saying. Otherwise. So, beginnings and toughness, and to beware of trickery, artifice, subtlety, swindling, duplicity, and fraud. And the card to magnify and clarify that is industry. Put your nose to the grindstone. Productivity, perseverance in labor, and dedication to work. So it's reminding us all to focus in this time, because there's a lot of darkness afoot. I mean, which would make sense during the holiday season because everybody's busy thinking about, just spend time with their family, traveling. Everybody's too busy. Money's all in flow, and this is the perfect time for something shitty to go down or some stuff to come in the back door you don't see happen and get us all later. And I got a week of thinking. Then we got our Six of Pentacles, secondly. Which looks like court. It looks like the court is handing out money to everyone. Like a decision in somebody's favor. Which that could be good for that right now. What we got here? Its suggestion is, oh, no, we're in cups. Pentacle, swords. Blah, 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 blah. Sorry, so sloppy today. Too many things going on. And nothing at all, truly. Hurry up and wait. All right. So the Six of Pentacles, it's interesting. It talks about desire, cupidity, envy, jealousy, and illusion. Right after the card of careful. This is trickery afoot. It's magnified by hope. Ironically, these two cards are of the same. Industry is Capricorn and Pisces. They're blurry there. And hope is Pisces and Capricorn. Reminding us, keep our wits about us. Wonder never ceases. Or wonders never cease. Future, aspiration, optimistic, expectation, wishful thinking. Which is tricky. Whenever somebody is going to make a move and get any gain in life, or make a move toward a partnership, then all these entities or whatever automatically are like, ooh, there's a connection going on. Oh, let's run in the middle of it. We got to stop it. Make some noise over here, distract him. Take his wallet. So if they get away, then he'll look like a jackass. Da-da-da-da-da. That shows the ultimate evil in the world, that everybody's got to get in and out of everybody else's shit, and nobody can let things roll like they're supposed to, because most people are totally ass out in the fact that they're paying attention to what everybody else is doing and not being happy for somebody when somebody's happy. In fact, feeling jealous and just, oh, what about me? What about you? That you do you. Isn't that so weird? And that's been bred into people. That's not a natural state. We only see that in nature, really, in a playful sense or in a life or death sense of fighting over a carcass or whatever and taking advantage that way, or in a playful sense, because nature is more like, I mean, that's the over and under. It's life or death, or, it's just another day where all our bellies are full. We'll just fool around. There's time. Or, there's no time, there's no time, there's no time. Anything I see, I'm going to eat it. That's mind to no mind. In nature, I was talking about the flame. It's everything besides human beings is animated by an invisible flame of divinity that kind of is one flame through all things, even though each thing has its own flame, sort of. But humans, each of us is a fucking totally removed particle, like an alien, a fucking blowtorch just walking around. And weirdly, with all these capacities, all this ability, and everything should just run smooth as shit. But it doesn't. Why? Because this higher and lower nature of being a beast or just fucking around because nothing matters anymore. So I'm going to go see who I can fuck over or what I can take. Or, I'm just going to screw around because I'm God. Which is probably the lower nature compared to the beast. 10 of Pentacles. Positive card. Thirdly, I said this one reminds me of court. This is a messenger card. Reversed. So maybe I'm seeing the likelihood that things are turning in one's favor, but possibly at a standstill. I don't know why I gotta do everything by myself. Everybody else has got all these groups, family, people, connections, offerings. I haven't gotta fucking carry my entire job every fucking place I go. And one little thing, oh, you're out of here. Oh, now we're gonna hire five people who aren't qualified for shit, and we're gonna give them twice the reins of anybody. They can just shit all over the place and swing from the rafters like monkeys. We don't care now. We just need to fuck with you, Josh. Now we're all gonna kick back, let the place burn down. Who fucking cares? But it was serious when you were there. It was serious. So, like I said, there's possibly a message on the way for many of us. Hopefully for you. I'm not anticipating anything. And a court ruling in your favor, that there's hope, and that there's prosperity on its way with tolerance. Let the leaves fall wherever they may. First. Leniency or clemency towards differences and open-mindedness. See, those two words have to do with court matters. It's Aquarius and Scorpio. There's prosperity in putting down our arms. Can't do a whole lot. Will slap box me? Well, I can't use my arms. I guess I'm gonna win. Probably. And finally, I gotta get moving. 11:22. It was 11:11 last time I looked. 11 more minutes. 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. 5 of swords in reverse. So we have some knights all standing around, kind of in honoring, almost like they are at a grave. Maybe it's peaceful end to matters. Yeah. Has to do with burial. Like I said, it looks like a funeral card. But it has to do with a reversal in one way or another. Destruction, degradation, infamy, dishonor, loss. So this is actually a very positive reading of a new beginning. And it's paired up with fecundity, which is a funny word I've never used outside of this card. 3 times I've seen it. And yes, I've seen it 3 times. I don't think. I just know things right now. Dreams, like seeds, require fertile soil in which to grow. Hey, and that's a barrel card. Hey, we tilled up a whole lot of fucking fertile soil. We could do anything with all this stuff we got piled up. You know, got lots of flowers in there, lots of worms and stuff. Just waiting for a way to birth it into something greater. At least that's where I'm at. The ability to produce a plethora of new ideas, growth, and or offspring. It's Taurus and Virgo. Very nice. Well, shit. I'm going to pull 2 black moon cards. Sooner or later, I'll make my own deck of tarot cards. I have all this stuff lined up for how I want to do it. I just haven't really, I don't know, been dragging my feet on that till the time was right. Ooh, life's debt's been reversed. Hey, that's 42. That's where I'm at. South Node. Yeah, we're reversing that shit. Uh-huh. We're done with the South Node dragging our ass or our head on the ground the way we had to do. So, I don't know the right word for it. As it was. Yeah. So now I gotta go through the next 8 days. The only thing that I really have to avoid is drugs. Honestly. That's the real test. Because they'll be there. And I'll be there the whole time. So, it'll be my first opportunity to say no. If it's offered. But I wouldn't have to. I'd just ask anybody. Like, can I get some? Yeah, sure. Here. No, don't worry about the money. Just take it. For the next 8 days, I could be spun as a motherfucker. It's already set there. I mean, I could start today. You won't see that. That's why I'll be here. That's why I'm not worried about having a drink last night. Back to the start again. Yep, we're solving life's debts, and we're at 32. Endings and beginnings. The 8th house. Beautiful. So, as we march on with life's everyday struggles of whatever it is, either we're running away from something, we're running to something, we stop something, but it's still around, but then we can't judge anybody who's on it at the same time as maintaining our own balance and trying to be productive regardless, even if it's just, sometimes that's the most productive thing one can do. It's 40-40. We'll call it there. Maybe I'll have one more reading today, but try to keep it light today, since I gotta move in to a hotel room and come back, get the girls, my 2 cats, after I get off work. There's no use in sleeping here tonight. I gotta be there in the morning. Might as well just move in tonight. So have a wonderful day. Talk to you later.